gene therapy in the United States, which conditions qualify, what it costs, and how international patients access it. Now, for decades, modern medicine was about management. If you had a genetic disease, we managed the symptoms, we gave you pills to mask the pain, or infusion to replace what your body couldn't make. But we never fixed the source until now. Now, hi, this is Dr. Priyanka Mathur, founder of MediPocket USA, a cross-border medical concierge company, and today we are talking about gene therapy. We have entered the era of one and done medicine. Gene therapy isn't just a treatment, it is a surgical strike on the very blueprint of your biology. In the United States, 2026 marks a tipping point where disease once considered death sentences or lifelong burdens are being cured with a single dose. But for international patients, the barrier isn't just science, it's access. Today, we are breaking down which conditions qualify for US gene therapy, the staggering reality of the cost, and the clinical bridge that allows you to access it from anywhere in the world. To understand if you qualify, you have to understand what we are actually doing. Gene therapy works by delivering a functional copy of a gene into a patient's cell to replace a faulty or missing gene. In the United States, the FDA has moved at lightning speed. We are no longer just looking at a rare bubble boy disease. We are looking at monogenic disorders, diseases caused by a single typo in your DNA. CAR T-cell therapy, where we re-engineer your immune system to hunt and kill cancer cells like a heat-seeking missile. Now, gene editing, CRISPR, actually editing the DNA inside your body to turn off a disease-causing gene. The US remains the global epicenter for this because of the clinical trial infrastructure. Now, many of the therapies we will discuss today aren't even available in Europe or Asia yet. They are only accessible at top-tier US research powerhouses like Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, Dana-Farber, or Stanford. Currently, in 2026, the qualification list has expanded significantly. If you or a loved one has one of the following, you may be a candidate for US-based therapy. Hematology, like sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia. We are now seeing patients who no longer require blood transfusions for the rest of their lives. Now, in ophthalmology, inherited retinal diseases. Now, this is literally giving sight back to the blind. Neuromuscular conditions like spinal muscular atrophy and Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Now, for infants, getting this therapy early means the difference between walking and total paralysis. In oncology, refractory B-cell lymphoma and certain types of leukemia that have failed all standard chemotherapy. Rare metabolic disorders such as metachromatic leukodystrophy or hemophilia A and B. Now, the catch is qualification isn't just about having the disease. US oncologists and genetics will look at your genomic profile. They need to ensure your specific mutation matches the therapy's target. This is why a molecular review is the first step for any international patient. Accessing gene therapy is the most complex medical journey on earth. It requires genomic testing, medical visa expertise, and a direct line to US clinical investigators. At MediPocket USA, we act as your sovereign bridge. We don't just find the hospital, we manage the record harmonization that US genetics require to accept a case. If you have been told a condition is untreatable in your home country, don't wait. Click the link in the description to upload your reports to the MediVault for a US physician review. Now, let's find out if the cure already exists. We have to be transparent. Gene therapy is the most expensive medicine in history. Drugs like Zolgensma or Hemagenics carry price tags ranging from $2.1 million to $3.5 million. To the average person, that sounds impossible. But here's the US perspective. If a patient with hemophilia costs the healthcare system $20 million over a lifetime of weekly infusions, a $3 million one-time cure is actually cost-effective. For international patients, payment usually happens in three ways. Government sponsorships. We work with many Middle Eastern and Asian governments that sponsors their citizens for US care. Other is international insurance. Some premium global policies now cover FDA-approved gene therapies. Clinical trial enrollment is the third way. Now, this is the hidden door. If you qualify for phase 2 or 3 trial, the pharmaceutical company often covers the cost of the drug. Now, you cannot simply fly to the US and buy gene therapy. The process is a complex marathon. First, you need remote record harmonization. US hospitals will not look at summary notes from a local clinic. They need raw data, DICOM images, biopsy slides, and full genetic sequencing. Now, through MediPocket's MediVault, we organize this data into the format US specialists demand. Second is you need a physician-to-physician handover. Your doctor back home needs to coordinate with the US team to ensure that after you receive the therapy and return home, your aftercare is managed. Now, gene therapy often requires a period of immunosuppressions or intense monitoring. We manage that bridge so you aren't left in a vacuum when you return to Riyadh, Mumbai, or London. Finally, the medical visa. The US Embassy requires a letter of medical necessity from a US institution and proof of financial arrangements. We facilitate these documents to ensure your path to the US is as smooth as possible. We are living in the first century where incurable is becoming a temporary status. Whether it's a child with SMA or an adult with a rare blood cancer, the code of life is being written in laboratories across countries right now. The science is ready. The question is, are you? If you are fighting a genetic condition, your most powerful weapon is information. Don't limit your options to what is available in your own country only. The US advantage is real and it is closer than you think. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the world of gene therapy. If you found this information helpful, please share it with a family or a support group that needs hope. Subscribe for more updates on 2026 medical breakthroughs. I'm Dr. Priyanka Mathur, and at MediPocket USA, we believe the world-class healthcare should have no borders.